So you're thinking about moving to Mesquite, Texas? Well, in this video, we're going to share with you everything you need to know about Mesquite, what's around it, what's going on, how close is it to Dallas, is it a good place to move? And if you're thinking about that, well, then stick around because we're gonna walk you through the Google Maps so that way you can see everything from our perspective. And since, I've lived here for well over 20 years, I think it might be some good input for you. And I tell you what, there's a lot going on in Mesquite, a little bit overlooked these days. I mean, now about 20 years ago, Mesquite was all the craze. I took a little dive during the early 2000s whenever all the growth started happening up north in Frisco and all of that area. But now Mesquite's starting to see a little bit of a resurgence. And so that's pretty good. And it's very close to Dallas and shouldn't be overlooked, even though it often is. But you're going to find some very affordable housing over there, a lot of options. And again, close to downtown if you plan to commute. So let's get into it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Dallas, Texas and the surrounding areas like Mesquite, well, subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Dallas. My name is Levi, you know my partner Travis. The team and I, we get calls, texts, emails every day and we love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even schedule a Zoom call, all in the description below. Happy to help you make that smooth move to Dallas. So let's just jump into it. I want to share with you my screen here so you can take a look at Mesquite on the map. You will see here as I zoom out a little bit. Let me get my nifty drawing tool ready. But all right, so you got Mesquite. You can see it's nicely outlined right here. Pretty big section right here just east of Dallas. You've got downtown Dallas right here in the center. Now let me clear this out a little bit and zoom in here for you so you can get a better idea. Now you can see this is from downtown Dallas right here into, you could say the heart of Mesquite right around in this area. This is only about 13 miles, okay? So you got 13 miles to downtown, which on a given day with no traffic, probably about 20 minutes, all right? So about 20 minutes to get to downtown Dallas. Now with traffic, if you're going to be commuting, in the mornings and the evenings along with rush hour, then you're gonna get caught up a little bit there, especially on I-30, but they do have an HOV lane where they have a truck that when you're going into Dallas in the morning, gives the highway an extra lane going into it, and whenever you're coming back out of Dallas, gives the highway coming back, the eastbound highway, I guess I should say, the eastbound highway coming back, it gives it an extra lane. It actually moves the dividers. It's pretty cool. It's almost like I don't want to say a slinky, but that's the kind of motion where the truck just drives over those concrete dividers and it just curves it through the truck and then spits it out. So they make an extra lane going in, extra lane going out. So that really helps with traffic coming in from this east side of Dallas. Now, let me clear this out here and I'm going to zoom out a little bit too as well. You've got the airport right over here, which is not too bad. Most of the time you can just run right up 635 from Mesquite. That's a pretty simple shot to hit the north side, the north entry of the airport. And that's only about 35 miles total to get from point A to point B over here at the airport. And so at least you can think that your commute's going to be right around 35 miles. But of course, with traffic, you want to give yourself an extra 20-30 minutes sometimes to get to the airport based on your arrival time, right? So, but still with 35 miles there, not too bad. If you're going to be commuting to the airport on a regular basis, then that's pretty doable. I think anywhere you're at in Dallas, unless you're right there in Irving or Grapevine or Capel or something like that, then, you're typically going to have about a 30-minute commute on there. So let's zoom in a little bit. You'll see Mesquite definitely over here on the east side. What I wanted to share with you right here is this was, if you check out our blog tour, I was talking about the Town East Mall, this whole intersection right over here. This is where a lot was going on back in the day. Recently, they're starting to have a little bit of resurgence in this area as well, but still, this is still pretty much the main shopping center. I would just say it is a little bit dated over there, but they, again, working on a lot of improvements, but the Town East Mall was really the big deal back whenever I was growing up in the early 2000s. It was just one of the largest malls here in the Dallas area, and again, very popular and very easy to get to. I mean, for me, when I first got to Dallas, I lived over right here in Casa Linda, right there. So this was like my original stomping grounds in Dallas, right next to White Rock Lake. I live in Old East Dallas now, right over here, somewhere in that area. I mean, you probably find it online now these days, anywhere. But anyways, you get over here. That's the main thing going on in Mesquite with the Town East Mall. Now you can see here, you've got a lot of park areas throughout here. You've got Samuel Farm right here. So this is a cool place to get to. They've got all kinds of things, little attractions for the kids to kind of run around. So you got a pretty good section right over here, and that's actually just outside of Mesquite, considered more Sunnyvale, but it borders Mesquite right there. But still, a lot of good things to do here. You can see here, provided so fishing, walking trail, playground, volleyball court, shaded picnic areas, a lot to do over there at Samuel Farm. So even though that's technically not in Mesquite, still a good place to hang out. I accidentally clicked that, so let's get out of there. But ultimately, let's zoom back out again. So let's go back to Mesquite here, and you'll notice right here, so 635, let me get rid of this. 635 is the main loop. This is kind of the original loop of Dallas. You can see 635 almost makes a half moon circle. You see it actually turns into 20 right around in this area. I-20, of course, you know, I-20 pretty much goes across the United States, and it ends right over here, really around the airport. But this is the original loop, and then you have Loop 12 that goes all the way around Dallas. And now they have the George Bush Turnpike up here, which is now, you know, kind of another one of those circles that encompasses all of Dallas, so you can get around it. But 635, pretty major thoroughfare highway to get through everything. So that runs right through the middle of Mesquite. Now you can take 80, you can see you have Highway 80 right here. This is going to get you right out here to Forney, which we've covered Forney on a couple of our other videos, and a very fast growing area on top of that. So if you're looking for a lot more new construction and a little bit more land possibilities and something a little bit newer, then Forney has a ton of new construction going on in there. We haven't covered Sunnyvale yet, but we will in some upcoming videos. But you know, the thing is, though, you got the Devil's Bowl Speedway over here too. This is a pretty cool little spot just outside of Mesquite as well, but still, it's a good spot for its old dirt tracks, racing, things like that. You can go check out whenever they have the events and the races. It's a lot of fun to go over there and check it out. But the big thing here in Mesquite, of course, is the rodeo. So if you type in Mesquite Rodeo, then we'll pull that up right here, and this is what it's all about. I tell you what, if Mesquite's really known for one thing, it's going to be the rodeo. That's right there, right off of 635. You can see it, and so that's over in this area. But that's something that whenever you come to Texas, you absolutely have to go check out the rodeo. And Mesquite has one of the oldest, longest running rodeos, especially here in the Dallas area. So you should definitely have to check that out. So there's plenty to do right over there, and they've got hotels, of course, places to eat, everything that you need. But anywhere along 635 is pretty much going to be a ton of commercial. And then you also have I-30 and Highway 80 right here. So of course, because you're so close to Dallas in this area, anything off of 30, anything off of 80, and anything off of 635 is going to be major commercial area. Everything you absolutely need. There's a couple of community colleges over in this area as well. So if you got some kids and they're looking to get started at a more affordable rate, want to get into community college, they've got a couple there as well, part of the Dallas County Community College System, right? DCCCCCCCC, right? Something like that, which I started out there. That's where I started out at the community college. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Very affordable options. Pretty good. And I actually went to Eastfield. Eastfield College was over here in Mesquite, and that was one of the Dallas County Community College. So that should be off of Eastfield. Where is that actually? Eastfield College should be right there. There it is. So yeah, Eastfield, that's one of the community colleges over in that area. And that's where I started out my college career, because that was the most affordable, especially whenever I got out of the military. So anyways, but you'll look at this, you've got some more park area over here, little parks scattered throughout. I mean, you can see everything that you've got. Sam's Club over here as well, but you can see Chick-fil-A, very important, right? Over here by Town East Mall. Again, you look at this major shopping center, Dick's Sporting Goods, you got Starbucks, Mesquite Crossing, Chick-fil-A, Chili's, UPS Store, Market Center, Academy. I mean, Academy and Dick's right there, right across from the street from each other. So this is going to be a major intersection there around that mall, everything you need. But also you got like Razoo's Cajun Cafe, Olive Garden, a lot of your chain restaurants are going to be off in this area. Town East Boulevard is really kind of like the main road. Of course, Town East Mall, and then you got Town East Boulevard running along there. You got quite a bit going on. Urban Air Trampolines, a great place. The trampoline park, you can take the kids there as well. So that's something to keep in mind. But we ventured out around here quite a bit, and there's homes scattered all throughout here in Mesquite. Now the thing is that there's not a lot of new construction going on, but we showed you in our Mesquite vlog tour the new construction properties that there is some availability going on. But otherwise, a lot of these neighborhoods are very established and but a lot older too. So that's the other thing. If you're looking for something, median home value in Mesquite is going to be around $150,000. So there's going to be a lot lower end homes. A lot of the old ranch style homes built in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And you know, the median salary for Mesquite too is around $60,000. So the thing is that you're gonna find some, we actually feature that in our vlog tour. We showed you some really good homes starting out around $250,000. So if you're on the lower range of the budget and you're looking for some more affordable housing, then Mesquite is really a great option, you know, for you, because there's a lot of homes in there. And if you want to be close to Dallas and find something that is a little bit more affordable. Now, those older homes tend to will need some repair, well, depending on your taste. I mean, a lot of them can be move-in ready, but it also depends on what you want to do as far as upgrades, and that's going to be something to just keep in mind there. But other than that, let's see, you got a Hobby Lobby. I mean, as far as shopping, everything that you need is right there in Mesquite. So other than the rodeo, the Town East Mall, Samuel Farm, you know, those are the main attractions that are happening in the Mesquite area. Other than that, there's, I mean, AMC theaters. I guess I can cover this too. Celebration Station. You come over here, I mean, that's a really cool spot. A lot of fun and games for the kids. On top of that, you have the old historic downtown that we showed you in the vlog as well. That's a cool spot to go hang out, and because that's what I like. You know, you go over there, have some coffee, a couple of little boutique shops. There's a good Mexican restaurant over there as well that we walked by, and so all of that's going on. And they do the farmers markets there too, and that should be started back up right now. But overall, Mesquite, very good option. Definitely more affordable housing in that area, starting out in the low. I mean, you could find something for $150. It's not going to be in great shape. It's definitely going to be a much older home, probably ranch style. But what we showed you on the vlog tour, if you go back and check that out, we showed you actually homes starting around $250,000 that were really pretty good and in a nice area as well. Really well-maintained neighborhood. Probably not an HOA area, but you know, that's what you're going to find in some of these older neighborhoods. But again, as long as everybody in the neighborhood takes care of what they need, or their yards and their homes, then you know, that's really not a big problem. We've mentioned this before in some of the other videos. We get a lot of questions about HOAs, and if you're in a residential neighborhood, I do like HOAs for the fact that it's going to help you on your resale value and the value of your home overall, because they typically keep that ruckus out of there, right? Which, you know, is usually old broken down boats or broken down cars, or people working on their cars in their driveway, like a never-ending project that goes on for years and years and years. So, you know, I remember, funny thing was when I grew up, one of my dad's friends loved airplanes, and he literally had an airplane like sticking out of his garage, because of course the wings wouldn't make it in there, but had the back half of the airplane in there, and he was always working, and he loved to do that. Another funny thing was he took my brother up which I love this, because my older brother, middle brother by the way, used to torture me all the time growing up as a kid, and he took my brother up flying because my brother really liked that. And one time he pretended to pass out or have a heart attack and fell over like on the controls and kind of hit them to where the plane started to nosedive just a little bit. Freaked my brother out. I mean, really, he came out of there white as a ghost, but I love that because he picked on me so much growing up all the time, and it was finally nice to have somebody give him a taste of his own medicine. Other than that, once you work your way around Mesquite, the main thing is to just give us a call, you know, shoot us a text, send us an email, schedule a Zoom call. If you're interested in Mesquite or any of the other surrounding areas, there's a lot going on there. The main thing is that you just want to give us a call so we can talk through your specifics, what's going on with your move. Are you relocating? You know, what your budget is, what your timeline is, how we can work all that into. I mean, this year so far, we've already helped well over 120 families secure homes on the relocation buy side. So that means our clients just coming from out of state buying homes, we've already secured over 120 this year. Now think about that. That's no small feat in this market. We're still seeing multiple offers. We're still seeing a lot going on with low inventory. So give us a call. We'll help you navigate everything. You got to work with the right team. We don't lose deals. All right. Our goal is to get you the home on the first time that you submit an offer. We're not in the business of what they call buyer fatigue or putting buyers through losing multiple offers. Doesn't happen with us. If you're looking for new construction, Mesquite has limited options, but there's still some there. Forney has more options on the new construction. Rockwall is close by as well, so something else to keep in mind. But all those factors, you know, we'll take those into consideration so that way we can find the best option for you and your family, and that's really the main thing. And so with that, you know, again, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Happy to help you make that smooth move to Dallas. And until next time, well, we'll see you around town.